Dobar vam dan svima. Iznimno mi je zadovoljstvo i čast što evo nakon 7 godina kad smo potpisali 2013. godine ovdje u istom sastavu ugovor s Macronom, dakle nakon 7 godina potpisujemo novi ugovor na još 4 godine. Ovim potpisom Macron postaje jedan od naših najdugovječnijih sponzora i dakle partner koji je za nas u prvom redu, na prvom mjestu. Naravno da smo razgovarali sa drugim potencijalnim sponzorima, pa čak i sa najvećim svjetskim brendovima. Razgovarali smo i više od par mjeseci i na kraju smo se ipak odlučili za Macrona, koji nam je ponudio i najbolje uvjete, a i u dosadašnjoj suradnji pokazao se kao partner koji ispunjava ono što obeća.
Hvala predsjedniče. Sada će vam se obratiti s nekoliko riječi gospodin Pavanello. Mr. Pavanello, you have the word.
Good morning to all of you. So I am really happy to be here today after 7 years, because the first time I was here in this period in 2013, so when we signed the first agreement. So as you can imagine, I'm really happy because this is the second extension of the agreement, so it means that we have done a good job together, and we are extremely happy of the relationship that we have built in the last few years with the club. Hajduk is a very important club. It's a club with a huge fan base, and I think that we share the same values. We share the same passion for football. We are a performance brand, so we have a big passion about sports in general, and we have a huge passion for football. So Hajduk is for sure a club we love to partner with. So in the last few years, we have grown a lot as a brand. Today we are the third brand in football in Europe, according to the UEFA ranking. So, and I think that Hajduk helped us growing. So for sure, Hajduk has a key role in our growth. So this is another reason why now we are very, very happy to be here today and to partner with Hajduk in the next few years. So thanks a lot for this opportunity, and be sure that we will do our best in order, let's say, to exceed your expectations.
Thanks to Mr. Pavanello. Sada možete postavljati pitanja, pa ćemo poslije pristupiti svečanom potpisivanju ugovora.
Čestitke na ugovoru novome predsjedniče. Mene zanima malo financijska strana, je li to negdje €1 milijun godišnje i koji su još bili Adidas, Nike ili neko od njih? Jesu oni stvarno najbolji ili šta su ponudili?
Naravno da znate da ja ne smijem i neću govoriti o visini ugovora, niti ću govoriti imena onih s kojima smo pregovarali, ali već sam rekao da smo pregovarali sa najvećim svjetskim brendovima. Ovo je za nas bio najpovoljniji ugovor i financijski, a i kažem još jednom, Macron se zaista pokazao kao partner koji ispunjava sve ono što obeća. Još jedna bitna stvar ovdje je kod ovog ugovora da je Macron jedinstveni po tome što radi takozvani tailor made, dakle radi nam opremu samo za nas, po našim željama, dok vi kod drugih partnera ipak birate iz kataloga, što je daje jednu drugu dimenziju.
Predsjedniče, koliko se danas pokazalo odnos sa Macronom dugogodišnji što se tiče marketinga, plasmana, dresova, odnosno sve što Macron pokriva u suradnji s vama? Imamo nešto?
Pa moram kazati da tu rastamo iz godine u godinu, evo vidite i same otvaraju se i novi šopovi i zaista smo zadovoljni kako to izgleda. Mi nemamo toliko naših vlastitih prodajnih mjesta, ali evo danas u novije vrijeme sve više se robe prodaje i putem interneta, online, tako da zaista zadovoljni smo s brojkama.
Pokazalo se da svake sezone Hajduk daje neki novi stil dresova, hoće li tako biti u buduće?
Pa naravno da hoće, tome težimo i evo, tek dogovaramo novu sezonu.
A question from Mr. Pavanello. There is only one thing that Hajduk fans don't like about Macron. It's the size of the. You can look at me, and the Croatians are pretty big. So, can we expect some large sizes in the future?
So, no, that's for sure. This is something that we can, obviously we can do. Let's say that the way we work in general, no, apart from the size, no, I would like to spend 2 words about the way we work with the club, with the clubs in general, and of course with Hajduk. So I think that one of the strengths of Macron is the fact that with each club, and of course with Hajduk, we develop its own collection. And this is very, very important, because if you look at the shirts of our main clubs, okay, all of them are different from each other. And I'm not just talking about, let's say, a few details, but I'm talking about the fabrics, the fitting, the neck, the details, the technology. So we do not have just one template that is the same for all the clubs, and this is the way most brands work, but we work in a different way. We are from Italy, we like, let's say, beautiness, we like, let's say, fashion, and so on. And so we think that for each club, for each big club, we have to develop its own collection. And this is the way we work. So every season, we work with the people from the club, and let's say that starting from August, we start working with the people from the club in order to develop the new collection, and it takes a few months to develop the collection for the following season. And before Christmas, we launch the production, and then we deliver to the club and to the fans, to the stores, the collection, let's say, in June, July, whatever. So this is the way we work. So let's say about sizes, the same. So of course, this is something that we discuss with the club, and of course, if there is a need to have more sizes or to change the sizes, this is something that we can do. So, and of course, we know that each market is different from the others, and so we try to do our best in order to develop and to deliver a collection that is, let's say, the right collection for that market, for that club, for the supporters, in terms of course, fabrics, details, blah, blah, and sizes as well. So that's, for sure, this is something that we can take into consideration. Okay, but what I want really to stress is the fact that we think that a club like Hajduk deserves its own collection, and it is very important that in the development process, people from the club are involved, because of course they know the history of the club, they know the values of the club, they know what is the DNA of the club better than ourselves, and so we have to work together in order to develop something that really, really, let's say, represent the club.
Možemo li dalje? Pozdrav gospodinu Brbiću, salutia Mr. Pavanello. One question for our guest. Last time when you were here, when you extended the contract 4 years ago, you were talking about games between Hajduk and the other big clubs that you have sponsored. Is there any chance to play, to organize a game, Macron tournament, for example, Lazio, Bologna, or some other clubs that you sponsorship?
Yeah, so let's put it this way. We sponsor in Europe only in football more than maybe 40 clubs. Then we have many others out of Europe. We sponsor a lot of clubs in other sports. But if we talk about football, if we talk about big leagues, for sure we sponsor more than 40 clubs. Only in Italy, we have been sponsoring 6 clubs in Serie A. So this is something that we have been talking with the club also before this press conference, no, we had to talk with the president, no, the possibility to bring here one of our clubs in order, let's say, for a friendly game. So of course, no, we would be really, really happy to support and to, let's say, make it possible. But as you can understand, it's not only up to us. Okay, it depends on the sporting programs of the clubs and so on. So what we can do and what we will do is to keep pushing, let's say, our clubs in order to come here. But then it's never that easy to find, let's say, a day that is good for Hajduk, that is good for them, and so on. But for sure, no, this is something that no, we have already been discussing with the president, with the club. No, we are talking with our clubs in order, let's say, to establish a relationship between these clubs and Hajduk in order to organize a friendly match here. And I think that Croatia, it's a wonderful country, Split is really nice, and so if it were up to me, I would come for sure, let's say. So I will do my best personally to, let's say, to try to make it possible.
Ciao, salve, buongiorno. Mi dispiace per il coronavirus, problema Italia, eccetera, eccetera. Avete qualche problema di vostro business con questo problema da coronavirus? Come compagnia, eccetera?
First of all, okay, so my compliments, because your Italian is really good, so I would like to speak your language as you speak Italian, but I do not. So let's say coronavirus, for sure, it's a big problem. I think that will be a big problem in Europe as well. So today in Italy, it is a problem because so far we have made a lot of tests. So far, till yesterday, in Italy, we have made more than 20,000 tests. That's much more than in all the other European countries together. So I think that I have the concern that in a few weeks, this will be a big problem in all the European countries because, of course, if you start testing people, you find coronavirus. This is the problem. So just to give an example, till yesterday, in Italy, we have done 23,000 tests. So we have tested 23,000 people. In France, till yesterday, they tested less than 1,000 people. So it means, let's say, we have done 23 times more tests in Italy than in France. In Germany, more or less like in France. So I think that the reason why in Italy we have a lot of cases is because we have done a lot of tests. And this is, of course, is not a good news because it means that, I think that in a few weeks this will be a big problem in all the European countries. And I think that, so we need to find a way to sort it out. I'm quite confident that in a few months this problem will be over. Okay, because that is not as aggressive as we think. So, so I think that, and with the warm season, maybe things will be better. Okay. That said, so far we have not been affected from a business point of view by this coronavirus. I mean, we have a very well organized, from a production point of view, we have a lot of factories spread over all the world. So let's say we can manage our productions. And of course, we have productions in China as well. But let's say that so far, we have not had big problems. So I think that this will not affect our business significantly. Of course, in general, we are, let's say, concerned about the situation in Europe in general, and of course in Italy, but I want to be positive, and I think that now, of course, the situation is critical, but in a few weeks, I think that the worst will be over. So I want to be positive, and I think that maybe in April, May, things will be better, and we can, let's say, we can run our business as we have done always. Finger crossed.
Let's go back to the sport ground. What can you offer new except new collection, new dresses? For example, some Italian club, some big club had a opportunity to release the new collections few rounds before the end of the season, to develop a market for during the summertime and stuff like that. Do you plan with the Hajduk to not to do the same thing, but something new, some new strategy to develop the market?
Yeah, so I think that, of course, what we can done as technical sponsor is, first of all, of course, is to develop a unique and wide collection. Okay, and this is what we do with the club, no? Every year we want to develop a new, wide and unique collection. Second, of course, we can work with the club in order to introduce new ideas, new strategy, and of course based also on the experience that we have developed with the other clubs. Just to give an example, now this year the club has just revamped the store here in the stadium. This is a project that we have done together. And of course, so what we can do, we can work together, sharing the experiences that we have developed with the other clubs in order, let's say, to improve, let's say, in general, the retail experience for the fans, in order to improve, let's say, the club's strategies and so on. Okay, and the new store is an example. Okay, this is something that we have done together. Okay. Third, for sure, what we can do is to establish relationships among the clubs we partner with in Europe. Every year we have a meeting where we invite all the top management of all our clubs. We had a meeting like this a few months ago in Bruges, and the president attended the meeting. And we organize these meetings in order, let's say, to allow people to know each other and to establish relationships in order, let's say, maybe to organize friendly matches, as you said. Also, sometimes to try maybe to sell and buy players as well. So what we can do is to try to establish relationships among clubs, let's say of our family, let's say, in order, let's say, to allow them to make business together as well. So this is what we can do. Okay, so we do not want to be just a supplier. Okay, we think that this is not our role. We want to be a partner. Okay, and in order to support the club from a commercial point of view, from a retail point of view, and if it's possible, to allow the club to have, let's say, better relationships with other top clubs to, let's say, also from a sporting point of view.
Hvala vam na pitanjima, iscrpnim odgovorima. Sada možemo pristupiti svečanom potpisivanju ugovora.
Thank you. Thank you.
Imamo prigodne poklone.
Okay, thanks. Thanks again. And this is for you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay.
Very important. Okay.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for your trust.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Hvala svima. Nakon fotografiranja možete nam se pridružiti tu na malom domjenku. Hvala.